He played good?
Yes, he could have helped you tonight.
Good. We missed you, man.
Everybody good? All right, Coach, starts off with a brief thing.
Just thought, defensive rebounding, defensively in the first half, we were overly focused. We played as physical as we played all season long. Got off to a great start against a very talented team to lead for 36 minutes out of the game. And then you think about us from an offensive standpoint tonight. To score 99 points, we left, 18 free throws or whatever it is at the foul line. We left those points. We had 5 point blank missed layups. We could have scored tonight, 112, 113 points just by making our foul shots and making our layups. So I thought offensively, by far the best we've played. The guards were phenomenal, 86 points by our backcourt. And, we finished the season at home the way that we should. I think our home record's 14-4. And some of those we, a second here or there, and the record being, even different.
Eric, I know that Georgia game was really tough, and a lot of people say, well, okay, there goes Arkansas's NCAA at large hopes, but then you win a big game tonight, it's like, okay, now they're back on the bubble. Kind of, how do you feel about that, and how big a win was this tonight? I know you got work to do, but you really had to win tonight.
Yeah, no, we knew we had to win tonight, Bob, for sure, and I thought we had great practices. We went back to training camp practices. We normally go through the opposing team sets over and over and over. We did a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, but we went back to all of our training camp drills. Went back to shell defense. We went back to pick and rolls at 6 different angles on the floor. We switched some. We tracked some. This tracking the ball screen has been very effective for us, and we did a good job executing it again. The way that we're playing defensively right now is we are giving up a little bit more higher percentage three-point shots, but we're certainly protecting the lane a lot better than we were early in the year.
Just because y'all did such a great job running the clock in the second half, how kind of frustrating and scary was it with the missed free throws when they crept back in it? Yeah,
you play that clock game for sure in your head, and played out the way we wanted. Obviously, if you keep playing, and we did let them play a little bit more than I wanted to, but we missed some layups. We missed 3 layups, 2 in back-to-back possessions, and at that point I said, all right, we're going to milk the clock and either dribble drive or try to draw free throws attempted. And obviously to take 54 foul shots is a really unbelievable number. But that's what happens, too, when you get a big lead and then it gets under that 8-minute mark. You got to start thinking about fouling and being a little bit more aggressive, and that's what LSU had to do.
Eric, Will Wade said obviously Mason had a great game, but he thought Jimmy really controlled the game with his scoring and rebounding assists. What did you think of Jimmy's game?
I thought the biggest thing with Jimmy was his defensive rebounding. To come in a game against an awesome rebounding team with great length and great athleticism and to think he's going to have 14 defensive rebounds. I don't know if we had 14 defensive rebounds in the entire last game we played LSU. So I thought he was focused. That's what we talked about. We did a million box-out drills. We had 4 guys blocking out 8 people in a circle drill that we do from a defensive rebounding standpoint. And he took it to heart that we had to go rebound in traffic. And, there was a couple defensive rebounds where we actually fought to get the ball between ourselves. One of those balls in front of the bench was knocked out because we had 3 guys go for the ball and knock it out of each other's hands. But we'd certainly rather have that than what we saw in Baton Rouge.
Kind of just how happy were you? A guy rebounded. I think our second chance points 14-9, a lot better than 26-0, and they only out rebound you by 5. Just how'd you feel about the rebounding overall, how good that was.
Yeah, I thought the rebounding was phenomenal. I really did. I thought that they were all focused on it. Ethan gave us a different look from a rebounding standpoint. I thought Reggie came in, and I thought Reggie's 6 straight minutes in the first half was really important as well. He made a great pass. He got physical. So I thought everybody that checked in tonight, contributed.
Mason goes for 30 plus again, and Jimmy came in here and said wasn't really a surprise to him. Is that kind of where you're at with Mason too?
Yeah, I mean we put him in. He's involved in everything we do offensively. He's handling the ball in pick and rolls. He's handling the ball in flat situations when we go 1-4 flat, and let him go one-on-one against certain matchups. He might set a screen to get a slip or a switch, and then he picks and pops and goes into an isolation situation. I thought our team tonight, probably better than any game we've played all year, we picked the mismatches that we wanted from an offensive standpoint, and then we went to that half-court trap and left certain people to take wide-open shots and trapped certain people. And I thought that stretch when we did that was kind of a game changer and a momentum changer when we went to our trap.
Just how important you think was Henderson in that first half, and also the 2 threes that Sills hit to give you the lead?
Yeah, I thought that Desi's first half spurt offensively opened up the floor for Mason a lot. And then obviously Ethan's minutes and his, because Ethan's just kind of a different athlete for us. And when he goes in there and rebounds in traffic, we're a much better defensive team, and we're certainly a much better defensive rebounding team. And Ethan's had 2 really good home games back-to-back. I thought he was phenomenal against Tennessee. I thought he was really good tonight. I did not think that was the case in Georgia, so now we all as a group have got to step up and play much better than what we have on the road of late.
Yeah, Eric, Jimmy said he was really, obviously he was glad you guys won, but with the senior ceremony afterwards, he said, if you guys lost, he wouldn't even want to go out there on the court.
He's not the only one. But.
Yeah, but yeah, how good was that, the way it worked out? And I don't know if you thought about this, but the last time LSU beat Arkansas on senior day, you were on the LSU bench when Hornsby hit that shot.
I was reminded by that. I've gotten a few texts from Coach Jones earlier today.
Yeah, so you're 2-0 on senior days in Walton Arena.
That's pretty good. We need more senior nights.
What?
We need more senior nights then. Certainly, Jimmy, the way that he played, because there's no doubt that this night to the student athlete, regardless of the sport you play, regardless of what campus you're on, it's really important. And it's an emotional night. It's actually an emotional day for a lot of people because families are in town, and I'm 54 years old and I can feel the emotion. Hugging Jimmy, hugging Adria. I almost started crying, and I've been through a lot of stuff, but that's how emotional that feeling gets at that particular moment or that particular day for those guys on senior night.